A little bit of the local news. I'm doing this early. I'm doing this before Thanksgiving. It won't come out until Friday. Black Friday, I think it is, right? I'm just interested to know. I wouldn't do Black Friday if you paid me going in there and fighting and carrying on the way some people do. Do any of you do that? Do you go to Black Friday? I just don't. I mean, it would have to be a heck of a savings on something for me to go to some of these stores at 5 o'clock in the morning, standing in line and wait for the doors to open at 9 or 8 or whatever. That just ain't me. I just wouldn't do it. But I'm sure some people do because of, finances or whatever. I'm just curious. Do you guys do Black Friday? Also curious, how many women do Black Friday? How many men do Black Friday? I bet the answer to the men is none. Okay. People are always asking questions about the CDDs and all that kind of stuff. Just to let you know, these questions are answered in the paper all the time. Free classes, free information all the time. Just here's the paper right here. See that? Inside the CDDs. And it's telling you all the things that they do. What is a community development district? Who governs a CDD? How are CDDs financed? How do residents benefit from a CDD? I'm not going to read all that stuff, but I mean, it's in the papers. It's there. I'm going to tag in here about some things to do here. Recreation, I guess you call it. I know everybody knows about certain recreation in the villages. I don't have to get into that. Everybody knows the village's basic number one recreation, I'll say, is golf. Golf everywhere. And the other recreation that's really popular here, pickleball. And then, of course, you all know about a lot of the other stuff, horseshoes, pool, billiards, swimming activities like, water volleyball. Then they have tennis. They have platform tennis. Archery, all kinds of classes here. Photography. But I'm going to read about a couple of activities here that probably don't get advertised. Paradise Tribute to Veterans set for Monday. The event honoring veterans is planned for 5 p.m. at Wildwood Paddock Square. And that will be with a lot of people that live here, that have activities here in different clubs, and they perform shows and acts down there to bring in awareness. Tri-County Veterans Service Offices help vets navigate the VA. Veteran Service Offices, which are not affiliated with the Department of Veterans Affairs, exist in each county to assist veterans. The services include offering assistance with preparing claims and securing benefits for veterans and their dependents. For more information, call the VSO, which stands for Veteran Services Offices, in your county. Sumter County 352-689-4450, Lake County 352-742-6585, and Marion County 352-671-8422. And a lot of those offices, by the way, are occupied by people in the villages and other people that volunteer their time. Friends and family. Linda Zavinsky, granddaughter of Dan and Juanita Zavinsky of the village of Charlotte, recently became a premier twirler for Michigan State University. Villagers browse newest models at Lake Sumter Landing Car Show. Carol Garvin of the village of Santo Domingo celebrated her 80th birthday on October the 6th, and Barbara Wolf of the village of Santo Domingo celebrated her 85th. Groups of the villages, the Red Hat Queens of the villages, hosted a high tea at Dimshar's restaurant. You all know the Red Hat ladies, right? That's a club. The Girl Who Wore Freedom to be screened in the villages. Villagers have a rare opportunity to become part of a historic film project. I'm not going to read all that, by the way. You can Google it. 23 people with ghost stories. Founder Paul Rusnak of the village of El Cortez were in Killarney, Ireland recently as they explored the most haunted places in Ireland. Villages has a travel club. On November 6th, Marlon Walter of the village of Finney got his first hole-in-one at Truman Executive Course while playing with his wife and friends. Gary Lynch of the village of Mira Mesa and Kay Glesner of the village of Piedmont presented a check to Seeds of Hope for $2,000 for the village's cheerleaders. The village's cheerleaders is a recreational club. The original village's belly dancers performed for the Chicago Club on November 8 at La Hacienda Recreation Center. The event benefited the Wildwood Soup Kitchen. You have two clubs right there. The Belly Dancers is a recreational club, and then the Chicago Club is another club. The Delaware Club. See, every state in the United States has a club here. The Delaware Club met at Canal Recreation Center for a fun night of So You Think You Know Me. The winners for the evening were Barbara and Bill Monaghan, I guess so, Monaghan, of the village of Rio Ponderosa. A series of storyboards honors Fairway Christian Church members who are veterans and agreed to share their stories with fellow church members and the public. Here's a little story about our stormwater system here. So this is a completely pre-planned community from day one. So in the planning, they can do a lot of things that a lot of communities or neighborhoods, whatever you want to call them, have done as an afterthought. In other words, have you ever known anybody that bought a house anywhere USA that everything looks fine, no problem, no this, no that, and then all of a sudden the first rainstorm comes through just to find out the street floods and you can't get in or out for several hours or a day or so? Or you find out that the whole backyard in one side of the neighborhood or other floods that you didn't know beforehand. Well, then they have to come in and maybe cut in a drainage ditch or whatever they got to do to kind of take care of that problem, if they will. Well, here, that's all been thought of long before the first hurricane hit, long before the first rainy season come through. Stormwater management key to success. Water conservation and flood control are two primary reasons why the village's special district formed of government is a model for growth management. The CDDs collectively manage more than 800 acres of retention basins, with the capacity to store more than 500 million gallons of stormwater. In addition to protecting homes, the basins provide irrigation for residential and business lawns, golf courses, and other uses. But the basins also enhance the recreational lifestyle. Residents use retention ponds for activities such as kayaking on Lake Sumter or catch and release fishing at Lake Miramar. Because of all the benefits, the village serves as a model for other communities that send their people here to actually get an idea of the scale and complexity of our master planned stormwater management system. And I can only tell you, I sat here through Hurricane, whatever it was called, Hurricane, I don't know, whatever it was. And yeah, other than the golf courses flooding, which they're supposed to, that's part of the design. The streets never flooded here. Not the way up north they might have. There might have been a couple of golf cart tunnels where the drain grates in the tunnel got clogged up with debris like palm leaves, things like that. And so the water backed up in the tunnel. But once they went in there, I think, and cleared that debris out, the tunnel's pretty well emptied out. In the older areas, like the historic area, they may have had a little bit of water problem up there. I don't think it was anything major, but they may have had a little water problem up there that I heard. But I can tell you down here, we never even lost electricity, which I really expected, but we didn't. I think that's enough. I think that's enough of that. That's enough of that. By the way, if you guys haven't went over to the Skip and Sue's RV Adventures, the link to it is below. And subscribed yet, you should do that. I'm having a giveaway over there, but you need to subscribe. So get over there and get subscribed. Why wouldn't you? I don't understand why you even wouldn't. Doesn't cost you anything. Somebody asked me, I'm gonna throw this in, I know it's a part of a question and answer really, but somebody said, they're always sending me emails saying, go over here and watch this video here, this guy here, or go over and watch that video there, this guy there, or they'll leave a comment below for other people saying, go to this guy's channel, or go to that guy's channel, and watch their videos, or blah, blah, blah. And they asked me if I'd ever seen all these videos. The truth of it is, I know who all the other YouTubers are in the villages. Do I watch all their videos? The answer to that is no. Do I dislike those people? No, I'm not saying that at all. Here's why I don't watch hardly anybody else's videos. I'm afraid that if I watch their videos and see what they're doing, or maybe how they're doing it or whatever, it's going to influence me. And in other words, I might, at a whim, I do a lot of my videos on whim, on the fly, so to speak. And if I know, for example, I did a video the other day of the progress they're making down at the lofts of Brownwood. You know, I just do it on the ground, walk up to it with the camera. I got drones, I got stuff I could do, but I just don't do it. But if I've seen where somebody else around here had already done a video of that, then I'm liable to say to myself, I'm not going to do that today because so-and-so done it last week. And it gets in the way. So I just don't watch anybody else's videos hardly at all. I do glance once in a while, but as far as watching them, I will subscribe to them because it helps them out. But I have to admit, I don't really watch them that much, but I will subscribe because once these people get 1,000 subscribers, then they can start doing other things. You have to have that magic number, 1,000. They can start doing live stream that you can't do if you don't have 1,000. They can start monetizing a little bit. They're not going to make a lot of money. There's not a lot of money to be made here on YouTube. Trust me on that. Too much time, effort, equipment, all that stuff. But they can make a couple of bucks. I call it beer money. But I don't watch them religiously. One of them is, and I'm a Patreon member of hers. I mean, one of them I'm subscribed to is Melody Lane. I've been subscribed to her for years. I don't watch her channel. She's all about DIY. I've actually sent her email and apologized to her saying, you know, I really don't watch your channel because I don't do DIY stuff like she does. And she sent me an email back, very nice, saying she didn't really expect me to watch, you know, this and that. Well, then I found out she had a Patreon page. I signed up for her Patreon page. And I've been her Patreon member for I don't even know how long now, a year, maybe, something like that. And she signed up to mine. She's a patron of mine. I'm a patron of hers. I will support the channels. I just don't watch them very often because I don't want it to influence anything that I do, like my RV channel. I know there's 10,000 different RV channels out there. They're all over the place. But I have watched them. And, you know, there's a couple of them that I find really interesting that I'm subscribed to, but I don't try to get in depth with what they do because I don't want it to influence what I'm going to do. And I'm a part-timer. And the ones that I will say that I do watch, these people are full-timers. And I do think more people are interested in full-time RVers than they are part-time RVers. But there's still that niche. There's a lot of part-time weekenders, basically, out there. And I'm sure there's a lot of them that would consider, you know, weekenders or part-time. But they might have questions. Hopefully I can help them answer those questions. Like one of them, and I've helped out already, is people wanting to come down to the villages and live down here, but they want to keep their RV. and they don't know where to store it. They want to know, where do I store mine? How much did I pay? I've done a video on that. So I've helped somebody there. And there'll be some other things. I missed out on some videos, like how to repair the water heater drain plug. I had to put a new one in. I didn't video it because in my mind I thought anybody can do that. And then I got thinking, well, maybe they can't. Maybe they don't know where it is. I should have done that. How to replace the gear mechanism on a roof vent. I didn't video that. I figured it was just a common everyday occurrence really in an RV, but maybe it's not. Maybe I should have videoed that. But I didn't. How to fix the step, the electric step that goes in and out the door automatically. I had to fix mine. I didn't video it because I figured, you know, anybody's got an RV has probably had this issue and they took care of it themselves. But maybe I should have. So maybe I need to start thinking more and more about recording some of the minor repairs, DIY stuff that the average guy can do. Maybe I should start doing more of those. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys have a great day. And don't forget to subscribe to Skip and Sue RV Adventures and go over there for the giveaway. That's all I'm gonna say about it. See you on the other side. See you guys on the other side.